world is in ruins. Gotham is a smoldering heap of ashes, and the earth itself is on the brink of total collapse. Desperation hangs in the air like a storm cloud. But from the chaos, one figure emerges, the Batman. And this time, it's not just Gotham at stake. It's the entire world. The streets are overrun with monstrous gangs, twisted by the apocalypse. Corrupted heroes and merciless machines roam freely, their thirst for destruction insatiable. But there's one thing that hasn't been crushed: Batman's will. His resolve is an unbreakable force, and tonight, it's his greatest weapon. In the wreckage of Gotham, the Batcave lies silent, a shadow of what it once was. His suit is battered, his gadgets half broken, but his mind is as sharp as ever. The world is a broken mirror, but Batman knows one thing. He's the only thing standing between humanity's final breath and complete annihilation. As the Batmobile roars through the desolate streets, Batman is faced with what seems like an insurmountable obstacle. A fortress built by an old foe, now twisted into something unrecognizable. This is no ordinary villain. It's someone who knows Batman better than anyone. Someone who has witnessed his every victory and failure. And they're ready to use those weaknesses against him. The first battle is a savage one. Batman is swarmed by a horde of relentless enemies, machines, mutants, and mercenaries. He fights like a beast, each punch an act of defiance against the end of everything. His body is broken, his energy draining, but his spirit is far from yielding. With every strike, Batman is more than a man. He's a symbol of resistance, a living legend refusing to bow to darkness. Then the unthinkable happens. He finds it, the reactivated core of a forgotten Justice League base, hidden deep beneath Gotham's ruins. The core is alive, pulsating with energy, but it's a double-edged sword. Its power can restore what was lost, or it could destroy everything in its path. And who else knows about it? His greatest enemy. Batman's greatest fear comes to life. The villain reveals themselves. Not a simple adversary, but a corrupted version of someone he once trusted. A fallen hero, now consumed by despair, believes the only way to save the world is to burn it down. The past, the present, and the future, all shattered by the weight of their twisted vision. The confrontation is brutal. The villain isn't just fighting with physical power, but with psychological warfare. Every word, every taunt, digs deep into Batman's soul. You failed, Bruce. You think you can save this world? There's nothing left to save. But Batman stands tall, battered but unbroken. I don't fight because I think I can win, he growls. I fight because I have to. For them. For Gotham. With one final, desperate move, Batman triggers the core's self-destruct sequence. The villain screams in rage as the facility starts to collapse, but the destruction doesn't come without a cost. The energy released is uncontrollable. It starts warping the fabric of time itself. Reality cracks open and a new threat, something ancient, something unstoppable, is unleashed. With the base falling apart around him, Batman fights through the carnage. His mind races, calculating every move. His only goal now is to stop the coming storm. But the storm is no longer just outside. It's inside, threatening to erase everything he's ever fought for. Time begins to bend, and past versions of Gotham, his allies, and even his enemies, bleed into the present. In a final act of sacrifice, Batman uses his last remaining gadgets to stabilize the core, sealing away the energy. The facility crumbles to dust, and the ground beneath Gotham shakes. Batman, bloodied and exhausted, looks up as the dust settles. The world is still here, but it's not the same. The city is broken, and he's left standing in the ashes, alone. But there's a glimmer of hope, a faint signal, coming from somewhere far beyond the ruins. Batman knows that the fight isn't over. The apocalypse has only begun. As the dust settles over the crumbling ruins of Gotham, Batman's pulse quickens. The energy from the destroyed core lingers in the air, and the very fabric of reality begins to fracture. Shadows stretch unnaturally, and time bends like a twisted mirror. But it's not just a world that is breaking. Someone is coming. From the chaos, a figure steps forward, bathed in blinding light. The being is unlike anything Batman has ever encountered. It isn't human, yet its presence exudes both calm and terror. An archangel. I am Michael, the being declares, its voice resonating deep within Batman's soul. The end is near, mortal. You've fought well. But the true battle has only just begun. Batman stands his ground. Despite the overwhelming force radiating from Michael, I faced everything, from gods to monsters. But this is different. Michael's eyes shine with an intensity that pierces Batman's very core. You've seen the cost of your fight, the sacrifice. Now, you must choose. Continue your crusade and risk the collapse of all creation, or surrender to a higher power. Before Batman can respond, the ground trembles again. Another figure emerges from the shadows, this one dark and foreboding. Lucifer, fallen yet powerful, with an aura of destruction that taints the air. You think you can save this broken world, Dark Knight? Lucifer mocks, his voice a serpent's hiss. The time of heroes is over. It is time for chaos to reign. You've always been the fool thinking you can fight fate. The tension between the celestial beings crackles like electricity. Batman, still standing tall, clenches his fists. I don't believe in fate. I choose my path, and I fight for what's right, no matter the cost. At that moment, the world seems to stop. A brilliant light bursts forth, brighter than anything Batman has ever seen. And there, standing before him, is Jesus Christ, not as a mere man, but as the divine, radiating peace and love that calms even the chaos of the universe itself. Batman, Jesus speaks softly, his voice a gentle whisper amidst the cosmic noise. Your fight is not in vain. Your courage, your sacrifice will not go unnoticed. But remember, it is not your strength that saves the world. It is the love and hope you bring to it. Batman's knees almost buckle under the weight of the encounter. The very presence of Jesus brings a sense of peace and clarity. All the pain, the rage, the doubt he's carried all these years, it seems so small, so insignificant in the face of divine purpose. I've failed so many, Batman admits, his voice cracking. I've lost everything. Gotham, my family, my friends. What's the point of it all? Jesus smiles gently, his eyes filled with understanding. The point, Batman, is that you never stop trying. The world may be broken, but as long as you continue to fight for what is right, you bring light into the darkness. That is the true purpose of your journey. With a final, loving glance, Jesus turns to face the apocalyptic chaos, his hand outstretched. The light from his being intensifies, filling the world with divine warmth, pushing back the darkness. The celestial battle between Michael and Lucifer pauses, as both forces are forced to acknowledge the overwhelming power of the Creator. Go now, Batman, Jesus says. The choice is yours, but know this. You are never alone. As the light fades and Jesus ascends back into the heavens, Batman feels a renewed sense of purpose. The weight of the world no longer bears down on him, as it once did. His mission isn't over, but now he knows what he must do. Lucifer snarls in rage, unable to fully understand the power that has just intervened. Michael's gaze remains calm, knowing that the war for humanity's soul is far from finished. But Batman, standing in the middle of it all, realizes something important. He doesn't need to fight alone. The ground trembles once again, but this time, it's not the quake of destruction. It's a ripple in reality itself, as if the fabric of the universe is holding its breath. Batman, standing amidst the broken remnants of Gotham, feels the weight of the battle ahead. The dark forces are far from vanquished, and the celestial encounter he just witnessed was only a temporary reprieve. The war is far from over. From the shadows, the unmistakable presence of a new figure emerges, Azrael, the angel of vengeance. His wings burn with celestial fire, his face hidden beneath a dark helmet. The air is thick with the scent of judgment as Azrael's voice booms, filled with righteous fury. The time has come to cleanse the earth, Batman, to purge the sin from this world. Your quest for justice is noble, but it will never be enough. The scales of fate are tipped, and only destruction can restore balance. Batman stands tall, facing Azrael with unwavering determination. I've fought every day to protect the innocent. I've bled, sacrificed, and lost everything. But I will never allow this world to burn. Azrael's eyes glow with an eerie, ethereal light. Then you are blind, Batman. You cannot see the truth. You cannot stop what has already begun. Suddenly, a deafening roar fills the sky, and from the heavens Gabriel, the archangel of the apocalypse, descends like a force of nature. The sky splits open as Gabriel's wings spread wide, casting an ominous shadow over the ruins of Gotham. He speaks with an authority that shakes the very foundations of the earth. Enough, Azrael. You've lost your way. This is not the true path. Batman is not our enemy. Azrael and Gabriel stand locked in a tense stare, their power colliding like a storm. Batman, caught in the crossfire, knows that the next move will determine everything. The Celestial War, the fate of humanity, and the very future of the world hang in the balance. But before either angel can strike, another presence makes itself known. Lucifer, the fallen archangel, appears once more, his voice dripping with malice. "You fools," Lucifer sneers. "You truly believe you can control the fate of this world? It's already mine." As the battle between the celestial forces escalates, Batman watches, realizing that the battle for Gotham, for Earth, and for his very soul is far more complex than he could have imagined. These aren't just gods or demons. They are beings who once walked among men, who once held the power to shape the world, and now they are locked in a bitter struggle for dominion. But Batman is no longer the same man he was when the apocalypse began. The light of Jesus still burns within him, guiding him, and with that strength, he makes a choice. Stepping forward, he raises his voice above the chaos, defying the celestial forces around him. "I won't be a pawn in your war. This is not your world to control anymore. This is humanity's fight, and I will never stop fighting for it." His words echo through the air, resonating with something deep within the angels and demons. For the first time, they pause. Even Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness, is taken aback. "You defy us?" Lucifer asks, his voice laced with both contempt and amusement. Batman's eyes blaze with a renewed fire. "I don't need your approval. I don't need your power. I will fight with every breath I have left, and I will win." A flash of divine light explodes from within him, a sudden, overwhelming surge of energy that ripples outward, forcing the celestial beings to step back. It is the very essence of hope, a force stronger than even the greatest powers of heaven and hell. Batman has tapped into something deeper, something greater than all of them combined. The battle rages on, but now, it's different. The tide is shifting. Batman isn't just fighting for Gotham anymore. He's fighting for the soul of the entire world. The final act of this cosmic war is about to unfold, and Batman will not back down. As the celestial forces clash above him, Batman moves forward, his cape fluttering in the wind, the bat symbol etched in his heart and his soul. The apocalypse is no longer just a prophecy. It's a challenge, and Batman will face it head-on. But in the distance, a new shadow stirs, something ancient, something more powerful than any angel or demon. The true master of the apocalypse is yet to show its face. The final battle is coming. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and the story isn't over yet. If you want to find out what happens next, to see the ultimate clash between light and darkness, and uncover what truly lies ahead for Batman, subscribe now to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss a moment of this epic saga. The next chapter in Batman's struggle against the apocalypse is about to unfold, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Join the crusade. Fight alongside Batman. It's time to face the darkness together.